There's one thing that I always tell people before they purchase a home, and that's to make a list of 3. Of course, 3 is my favorite number, but the truth is you need to make a list of the must-haves, of the wish list. If you had all the money in the world, what would you have in a home? The must-haves, which are what I must have to function in this home. If it's not here, I wouldn't buy it. And everyone's must-have is something different. Some people care about the way the home faces more than anything else. Other people care about the amount of bedrooms or the sizes or things of that nature or the type of kitchen. So you want to make sure that you have those. And then you want to have a list of I can take these things and from there I can grow. So that mid and that in between, which is not the fantasy of everything that I would have if I won the lottery or have all the money in the world or became rich overnight, but just the balance of these are the things that I really would like to have. And that includes a little bit of both in a lot of times. So when you do those things first, and this should be before you start looking, before you really kind of get out there, you may want to talk to a lender first so you won't be kind of out of range of what you can possibly get. But you do want to have those lists so that when you go into homes and look at stuff, look at the homes and what it has to offer, you will be able to kind of decipher really quickly if this may be a home for you or not. I also tell people, think about and consider that list when you're looking at homes online. You know, if the home doesn't have the things that you want, you may not want to go and waste time looking at it because at least the things you need should be in that home. Maybe not the things you want. So that might not be the way to say it. But if it has most of the things you need and want, then you would want to look at it. But don't make a habit of going to look at too many homes for the sake of looking, because it begins to become confusing and overwhelming over time. Things start to mesh together and you're not able to really concretely remember all of the aspects of the home, so you need to tour them more than one time and things of that nature. So you should look at it like the homes that I'm going to tour are the homes that are on my VIP list, not just any home and every home that's out there. So be mindful of that. Yes, I know a lot of people like to go and walk around and look at the homes, but when you're seriously in the buying process, you should take the looking and actually visiting part of it very serious, because this should be that now that I have kind of did my dreaming online and saw videos and things of that nature, I'm going to actually spend my time in the spaces that I think I could actually live in. And I think if you do that, you'll have a shorter list of the homes I need to decide on, and you can spend more time in places that you're probably going to actually live in. So use that as a tip when you are starting to look for a home. And it is lovely to look at model homes and things of that nature, but be mindful. If you're not going with new construction, then you want to actually take that buying or that searching process very seriously, because the houses won't be on the market that long. It's a little bit different with new construction, because a lot of times you'll be able to, if you're going to do it from the dirt, going to be able to pick that house from the ground up and everything that goes with it. So you have a little bit more time when it comes to kind of making that decision of what do I want to do next in some cases. Sometimes the market is hot, people are coming in, and then there's new construction, those lots are going faster than they can get, things going, because people want to be in that neighborhood. So you want to move swiftly, but when you talk about time frame, if it's new construction, there are a lot of things that's going to go on before that actual home starts. So you will have a little bit of time to make some decisions after the fact. You may need to pick the lot, but you may be able, and maybe the floor plan, but you may be able to kind of decipher on maybe cabinet colors and things of that nature, and things that are going to be aesthetically pleasing to you a little bit later. So you have time to think that over versus whatever it is you have to take. With inventory, it's a little bit different. It depends on the phase or the stage that the home is in. But if it's not complete, a lot of builders will try to make accommodations to meet some of your demands or some of your wants, desires. But if it's completed, then typically you have to take it as is. And if you want to do some stuff, you'll just purchase the home and then do it after the fact, which is nothing wrong with that. A lot of times that's how you get a really good deal. And paint and things of that nature are not something that you would want to actually decide that this is not a home I want because the colors of the wall are not what I was thinking about. You can always change that after the fact. So I got to rush off. I'm in the open house as usual. So I just wanted to take a moment to kind of talk to you guys about that and let you know these are the things that you should think about if you are considering purchasing, even if it's a couple of years away. I have a list myself. We are thinking or considering building on our own land, and I'll talk to you guys more about that. But we have been for a couple of years kind of going through the motions of what it is we want and what stages and steps we want to build in. And the truth is, I learned that lesson myself. We looked at so many things, and over time, we started to mesh them together, and we needed to go back to certain model homes and things that we got inspiration from so that we could actually kind of get our thoughts together because we looked at so many places for inspiration that we got confused. So that's something you definitely don't want to do. But I appreciate you guys' time. I have to run, but I hope to talk to you soon, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this with your friends and family, and let them know that, I'm here and I am growing my channel and growing my business with you guys in mind. So have a nice day, and I'll talk with you soon. Bye.